Yesterday, we witnessed two of the biggest pots ever played at Nolan Hold'em Cash Game Poker, and we're going to watch the biggest pot played here during this hand. And yeah, yesterday was pretty crazy, guys. It kind of randomly came up. It was a 1 million buy-in cash game, 2,000, 4,000 euro blinds. Jason Koon, Tom Dwan, Phil Ivey, Patrik Antonius, Jungleman in the mix, Paul Fua, Elton Tsang, Ru Kao, and a few other Asian people as well. We're in the mix. Fish 2013 over there. And before we get into the action, guys, my coach says I got to tell you, if you want to start winning at poker and one day play 2,000, 4,000 blinds like these guys and potentially win a 2 million euro pot, then make sure you check out Upswing Poker, their lab, their Nolan Hold'em content, link below. Check it out if you want to get better. But yeah, you can see Tom Dwan here with the ace-10 offsuit on the button. So previous to this hand, guys, Jason Koon lost a 1.8 million euro pot against Kane Callis, where he 4-bet pre-flop with ace-king, and then he bet, and then shoved the river when he made top pair, but he ran into a set. So this is what either the hand right after or the second hand after that. So yeah, kind of remember that going into this hand where Jason just lost a very big pot. So Jason raised under the gun with 5-6 of hearts. Paul Fua, very entertaining player yesterday. He called ace-6 a 8-6 suited. Tom Dwan has ace-10 offsuit. And Elton Tsang overcalled the big blind with king-7 of diamonds and flops ace-7-8, 2 hearts. So Jason has the open-ended straight flush draw. And Tom Dwan top pair. Weak kicker, Elton backdoor Bangkok, a.k.a. backdoor and a flush draw. And he's got that middle pair for a backdoor quad draw. And Jason decides not to c-bet his hand with the 5-6 of hearts. So they are very, very deep, as you guys can kind of see the chip stacks here on the side. So checks the Tom, and he does bet his top pair. Elton makes a very, very loose call with the king-7 diamonds. Yeah, I mean, not. You think about what are the good turn cards for the king-7 of diamonds, the 7, the king. Sometimes a diamond.
Got a lot of history, but Jason Koon
sometimes the king's bad for you. I mean, yeah, it's obviously 4-way here. I think when Tom bets here, he's probably going to have a stronger hand than usual. Obviously, I think he's one of the most aggressive players from, if you guys watched yesterday or him on Poker After Dark. Actually, I don't think he was playing that aggressive on Poker After Dark, the big cash game, but he might have a wider betting range here than most players will. But yeah, I think king-7 should a little bit too weak of a hand. And then Jason decides to get really tricky here. I wouldn't say tricky, but make a very unusual play. Check raises to 100,000 with his hand. So he's basically saying he has aces here or ace king of hearts or maybe a set of 8s, but I think he would bet a set of 8s. And if he was going to check raise here for value, I think he's going to have aces or ace king of hearts, ace queen of hearts, something like that. He can be putting on Tom Dwan a number of different hands here.
Maybe Elton's gonna call here.
And Elton, when he just check calls, probably doesn't have a very strong hand. So it's a good chance he's gonna fold. But then Elton decides to do something incredibly even weirder and check raises to 324,000 euro. So he is basically thinking that Jason must be steaming from the last hand and that Jason might be getting a little bit out of line here. After he lost that big pot, he's saying, okay, I don't think this guy has it. I'm going to make a move.
A very good hand.
If you're in Jason's spot, what is Elton representing? I'm not sure. I think he's going to check raise his sets most of the time.
He doesn't think Elton will ever fold to a shove.
Yeah, Elton's line seems pretty full of shit.
So here comes the turn.
So Jason did end up calling.
Trying to decide what
he ends up calling the flop 3-bet. Yeah, he ends up calling the flop 3-bet, and then Elton turns that backdoor Bangkok potentially there with the queen of diamonds. So he's got a decision: should he check or should he bet? Pot 736,000. What can he be putting Jason on here? I mean, if I'm in Elton's spot, I'm gonna put Jason on a slow played aces, a nut flush draw type hand, but that's maybe it. I mean, I don't know. I think if my opponent does just call here, he never has aces, never has ace-8.
I'm not sure what he put.
And never does have the I mean, could have the nut flush draw sometimes, but he did decide to check raise here and then didn't want to get it all in on the flop. I mean, I don't know. This is a very peculiar hand. Very unusual hand, unusual dynamic. It's very rare you have somebody
I
limp
would love to see Elton
or
shove
raise
all
under the
in.
gun, then check raise, then get re-raised from the small blind. I mean, this is. So now Elton's probably
The
thinking, how
way
much should he
Elton
bet
played
here?
the hand,
Probably wants to leave
I really
himself
can't really put him on a hand. It
enough
just
money
seems
on
like
the river to potentially bluff,
call to bet,
depending on what the river is.
got check raised by the pre-flop raiser, and then re-raised to 300,000. So he's gonna bet.
So that's
He's gonna
390
just gonna shove them all
into
in.
720.
Okay,
By the way,
shove in.
guys, for you guys that know me, or you don't know me, I play mainly the great game of Pop in Omaha. So, but I saw this hand last night. I had to make a video about it because it's, I mean, biggest pot ever. I was watching. I was so excited, man. I'm like jumping out of my seat. You know what I'm saying? I know Jason's a friend of mine, so I'm just kind of. This hand was extra crazy because you just can't imagine losing. I mean, losing two massive pots in a row is just crazy to even.
I would never shove in Jason Koon's spot
Well, you're
because he
gonna
has
see
no
what
fold
happens.
equity. So he should only call.
Now he's got a decision. What does he do? I mean, I'm not gonna fold here. I mean, I don't think we can fold here, guys. We have the straight flush draw here. Obviously, the open end straight draw. Unfortunately, I do think Elton might have the nut flush draw sometimes here. So when we do make our flush,
I think they were deeper.
yeah, we're gonna it says reverse implied odds with that.
He makes the call.
Wonder if Jason would plan to bluff some rivers though.
There's not very many chips remaining. Elton. 1.5 million. This pot
Wow,
could
it's
be bigger than
incredible.
the last pot
It's just
we
incredible.
just saw.
Can you guys imagine this? One of the biggest pots in your entire life at a cash game table.
Rivers a
Just
4.
bink the
Jason
offsuit
Koon
4.
makes the nut straight.
I say, I wonder if Jason would bluff maybe a 9 of diamonds or an offsuit 9, 10 of diamonds, something like that. Maybe backdoor diamonds if he did miss his hand here.
There's 1.5 million in there.
And it was checked him, of course. So now Elton's deciding, should he bluff or
Jason
should he
Koon
not
is
bluff?
So relieved to see the 4. Elton trying to decide if he can make a bluff.
Running the sims in his mind.
Trying to decide if he can shove here.
What does the solver say to do here?
Just a pair of 7s.
What would you guys do here? I don't know. I wouldn't shove in my last $500,000, I don't think. 500,000 euro. I mean,
Jason Koon just praying.
I'm trying to really put myself in that position right now, but I just can't do it. Life goals. Let's play Phil Ivey getting some stretching in. No one's even paying attention. That's how
Elton
big time this pot
realizes
is like no one
Koon
even
only
cares.
has a third of the
They're
pot
not even
remaining.
watching. They don't even care. Like a normal thing.
So he checks. He gives up. Jason Koon's gonna shove.
The face of a man who's very, very happy right now.
I wonder if Elton will consider a hero call. If Jason Koon can have 6-5 of hearts,
He could
then
go
that
all
means he
in.
could have
574. So
right?
now Elton has a decision. Should he hero
So-
call? He can beat miss
technically
flush draw.
I mean,
He can
Elton,
beat a 9-10. He can beat some with a
does
backdoor diamond draw,
a
like the
couple hands.
9-10. Maybe a 6-10. No,
Yes,
I don't
king
mean,
10 of hearts,
I'm getting a
jack
little
10 of
ambitious
hearts
here.
occasionally.
But
But there's so much.
I forgot
chips in there.
outrageous differ in Nolan and Hold'em
2
compared to
million in
Pop and
the middle.
Omaha. And I know some people always wonder why is there a person talking in these, but I feel your pain. I feel you.
Everyone's a bit silent now because of how big this pot is.
So Elton's thinking. I wonder what he's thinking about. Dare is wishing this hand would fucking end so he could play.
Elton trying to decide what hands he can beat.
I don't think
10
I'd
nine of
call
hearts,
here in
the
Elton's
most
position.
likely hand he
I
can
bet
beat.
it's like, what is
If you have 10
Jason
nine of hearts,
representing
opponent
here
can
when he
also have
does
6-5 of
this? I
hearts,
mean,
which is
maybe
what he's up against.
ace, queen of heart.
Very few
I
hands
just,
he
I
actually
struggle to
beats here.
find a hand
I guess
here that Jason is going to have
9 of
for
hearts,
value that he wouldn't
10
shove on the
of
turn
hearts,
with his
jack
2
10 of
pairs or
hearts.
sets.
That's assuming they played the
So it's
hand
a
this way
very-
as well.
I wonder what Doug Polk would do here with the king 7 diamond if he
Really
happened to
wants to
get to
make
the
a
hand.
hero
I mean, it's
call
just such
pair
a
of
weird and
sevens.
unique hand.
But it won't be good.
And so Elton does fold. Jason takes it down. 2.1 million euro chip pot, and I think this is the biggest pot ever played, but there's a small chance the 1.8 million euro pot he played before this might be the biggest hand ever played, because I don't know if we're supposed to count the 500,000 on the river. I'm going to count it for right now, but yeah, to me, this is the biggest pot ever played. Shout out to Jay Koon, man. Congratulations to him. We're going to have him on the podcast soon. But yeah, guys, so much thought about the hand. It's crazy. And they said they might have some more high stakes coming up soon, so tune in for that.
2.1 million there.